Welcome to the Bayview Classic. This is one of my favorite races of Tour of America's Dairyland. We are on day 8 now. We got Preston and I on the left, sending an early move, and I like that idea. So I go right over the top of him. I think I actually did my best power of the whole race in the first, 15 seconds. And then just sent like a first move. I really like these first two corners. You'll see right here, I'm going like 33 off the gun, and then don't lose that much speed through this one. It's a pretty tight corner. So I thought a breakaway might happen last year. I was in a little break with Troy Fields and Noah Granigan. But here we are, continuing on. We're about 15, 16 minutes into the race, and it's been a little strung out. We had little moves here and there go, but nothing too substantial, and I'm starting to get antsy, so wanting to keep up towards the front. I find good momentum wave, so I just sent it over the top into the start-finish straight and just keep the pressure on the pedals for a good little bit, actually. I ended up getting caught after that second turn, the sharper one there, by the Skyline guys. I think that might be Luke Harris. We got another Bikers guy there, maybe Zapata. Rolling through. We actually did rotate a little bit, the three of us. And then we were caught like within a lap by, there's Colby Sims from Project Echelon, other Bikers rider. I let them just go once I saw the field was on us. Marshall from Mido Q rolling through, and I'm just going to sift back a bit. We've also got some new Project Echelon riders, that Colby up there, and then also Stephen Bassett right in front of me. So Project Echelon, I think, has 4 guys now. So they've been adding guys throughout the series, and yeah, they're hitters, so they're going to be pulling stuff back, trying to get into moves. Hopefully makes the race dynamics a little more fun than just randos stopping breakaways from going. We continue on into the race, and there Troy Fields goes. Tack up the left side with one of the 5411 Germans on, and then instantly Skyline rider just hops right onto it. I think this is actually a Pream lap, so we get around towards the start finish, and Danny Summerhill just launches around everybody. Nobody had a chance for that $100-something Pream, so he takes it. Troy with a little chop there, chopped right back around him, but we were pals, so not a big deal. Continuing on, we've got 47 minutes left in the race. I am on Ben Oliver's wheel, and it's feeling like something might go. I'm always sniffing out a breakaway, so we're sitting in, saving some energy. I kind of want to stay up towards the front but not do too much. Although when I'm up towards the front and I see stuff like this go, Ben on the left side there, I'm always inclined to play along and chase it. So shoot up the right side around Marshall. I know he's going to sit up when he's attacking. And then Nolan Church right there in front of me. So this is going to be a little move. We've got 5411, ABC, Mido Q, me, I think an Empire guy, Luca Haynes maybe, and then also Luke Fetzer got up to us. So we've got almost every team that is represented in this move that can get a top 5 in the race up the road. So I was more than willing to commit to it. Nolan there clipped a pedal around that corner. So we were rolling through pretty well. We made it, 15 minutes, 20 minutes up the road, and we're all, you can see us there, rolling through. Going pretty hard. I think Ben and I were doing most of the work. It's hard to tell. On the finish straight, there was a pretty big headwind, so when Fetzer and Luca hit the front, it didn't feel like they were doing a bunch. And they were taking really short pulls, but could have been the headwind thing. It really felt like Ben on that little bumpy straight was doing most of the work. Here we are caught about 10 minutes later, and we're just going to sort back through the field. Mido Q always represented close to the front. Project Echelon riders. Got Kate Bickmore on Echelon, always keen for a little sprint action. I was going to hop on Ben Oliver's wheel, and then about a lap and a half later, I decided to send it again. There was this little move off the front. A little split had occurred. I really liked that corner there. I had taken pulls in that corner during our breakaway and knew I could almost pedal through it. I had enough momentum that I decided just to send it right around these guys, get through a few corners, and look back and realize that the field is just like stretched out chasing me back. Then Matt Stevens on the right there sends a little move of his own, and I am echelon rider chopping the inside. Mido Q there. I am more than keen to sit back a little bit. Here we have, I think his name's Blake on the left. First pro race, asked for a little shout out. And then on the right, you can see Wolfgang just cut over on the Mido Q guy, and he got, yelled at in the most Kiwi way possible. I'm deciding it's time to get out of the scrum a little bit. So get onto Maurice's wheel here with 30 minutes to go. And we're just going to kind of float, try to get to the front, save as much energy as possible on this little course, and play bikes. 20 minutes to go still. It's getting a little bunchy. Nobody's really taking it up because it's too long to go. We have 14 laps, and First Internet Bank sends a little move. I think there was a group off the front. I don't remember who was in it or how threatening it might have been, but First Internet's going to pull it back. I think this is Riley Reitzman on the front here, giving a little burn to get across. It did feel like it was super easy just to jump across the stuff. I don't know what it was, but if you got a good run, you could just take a few corners and then all of a sudden you're in the break, or you've brought the break back. During the race, I probably should have realized that was going to happen the whole time. You can see ABC up here is also Danny Summerhill of Legion, who had been in that little move. They have Skyline Rider there, and we are just going to roll through, keeping the pace high with Riley on the front. One of the Mido Q riders here, just kind of letting that wheel go. I think Mido Q had one rider up the road at this point, if not more, in a little breakaway, but I think it was just one solo Mido Q rider off the front. And so we were letting guys get across to him. At this point in the race, I just kind of want to see a breakaway go. I'm just rooting for anybody to be in a breakaway. Bikers tagged on by another Mido Q rider, jump across to that same move, and I'm just going to sit on 94's wheel here and just float. And we're just going to go like a medium pace. I feel like we did this forever. It was probably like 2 or 3 laps where we're just going sub-race pace, false tempo, I guess you could call it. This section right here, second to last section, is one of the choppier roads that one can race on in American crit racing. Actually, adjust tire pressure for the race just for that section so you don't bump around a bunch. It did help to go a little less shallow. You can see the guy in front of me there, Trevor, taking like a tighter line, and you would hit this big bump. But if you took like a little less of an apex, you could get a nice smooth line into that finish, but not really going to matter unless you have line choice in the last lap. 10 minutes to go here, and Bikers is going to start taking it up at front. There are Preams that are getting called, and it's going to stay fast. We're all together. You can see I'm going to move up. Kind of want to get away from the ABC little train there. Get next to James from Mido Q and just sit on the Bikers train. We're going to do this, James and I, just side by side, sharing Para's wheel here for as long as possible. I know James is a smooth rider. Nobody's going to mess with him. If I'm on the inside, I can like take most people out of the train here. So the two of us are pretty much just sweeping, but also staying in a good spot. Here we are with a lap to go, and we have lost that good spot. But now we got to float towards the front. I check up on that Skyline rider there, try to push him to the inside, and then I should have just flowed through that hole, but I decided to reapproach it, get back on Luca's wheel, and send the inside of this corner 2 as much as possible. Lost a little momentum once this Cervelo Orange Living guy came in, but decided I would spend a good match here just to get up and around. This last lap, the whole thing feels a lot like a sprint. See Maurice there on the left, so I'm in a good spot. Maurice is a good sprinter. And then we have Danny Summerhill on the inside. I lost a lot of space there, so I'm going to hit it pretty hard here. Oh, Danny chopping up on Luca's wheel. I feel like this is a great spot for me. I maybe should have pushed a little farther and got in front of Luca. Slotted back a little bit. I knew he'd take that corner as hard as possible. And then Maurice, you can see him kicking, and me not kicking, reverse kicking, you could call it. Gets a little choppy into this corner here. I'm on Luca's wheel. I'm sprinting right now. Like, we're going pretty full sprint for a lot of this lap. On the right, Preston I jumps into that like mud section, which was wild, and get through the last corner, and we're all just lighting it up. Danny's on the left there. I don't really have a draft. I got to get around this Mido guy, but did not quite make it around. I ended up getting 10th. Maurice won, Lucas Burgoyne in 2nd, and Ben Oliver in 3rd. Thanks for watching. See ya.